Sinner and Barbara Schett starred in one of those moments that go viral in seconds. It all happened right before a TV interview, when the Italian approached her and greeted her with 2 kisses. It was a simple gesture, but full of elegance and warmth. Schett's reaction said it all, a spontaneous, almost surprised smile that made it clear there was a special chemistry between them. From that moment on, social media was flooded with comments. Many highlighted Sinner's manners and natural charm, calling him a gentleman from another era. The truth is, that greeting was enough to show a more human and endearing side of the young tennis player, far from the seriousness of the courts. The encounter took place during a Eurosport recording. Barbara Schett, former tennis player and current presenter, was waiting for Sinner for an interview ahead of the Australian Open. When he arrived, he didn't hesitate for a second. He walked up, smiled, and greeted her with 2 kisses. It was a quick, natural, unpretentious gesture, but one that sparked a wave of positive reactions. In such a professional setting, that touch of warmth surprised everyone. Schett, always elegant and charismatic, responded with the same energy. It was clear the gesture had caught her by surprise, but she enjoyed it. The connection was immediate. No words were needed, the body language said it all. In that moment, more than a journalist and a player, they seemed like 2 people who understood each other perfectly, showing closeness and mutual respect. The scene quickly went viral. Fans praised Sinner's authenticity, a reserved young man who doesn't usually show this kind of gesture in public. His greeting was seen as a sign of good manners and his simple way of being. Many even joked that there was chemistry between them, though it was clearly just a friendly, spontaneous moment. The impact was such that several media outlets picked up the clip, highlighting their natural rapport. In a world where interviews are often cold and rehearsed, that small gesture broke the ice and created an instant connection between them. It was a moment that humanized the tennis player, showing that behind the champion there's a kind and genuine young man. After that greeting, the interview began in a much more relaxed atmosphere. Schett seemed especially comfortable, and Sinner, for his part, spoke with confidence and calm. The chemistry of the greeting carried into the conversation, laughter, shared looks, and a tone of constant respect. The interaction flowed with a naturalness rarely seen on television. The interview itself focused on the sporting moment Sinner is going through. Barbara Schett highlighted his tremendous progress during the past season, especially his performance in the ATP finals, where he showed an extremely high level. According to her, Sinner has been improving steadily, not with the media explosion of other players like Carlos Alcaraz, but with a more solid and mature evolution. Schett said she sees him ready to take the final step in the Grand Slams. He has taken a step forward in his career and in his tennis, she said confidently. She also mentioned that, thanks to his coach, Darren Cahill, a highly experienced Australian, Sinner has the advantage of feeling at home during the Australian Open. During the talk, Sinner listened attentively, accepting the praise with humility. He said he feels mentally stronger and that every tournament helps him grow. His tone was calm and modest, reflecting the serenity that defines him. Barbara was impressed by his maturity and how well he's learned to handle pressure. Schett also spoke about a possible clash with Novak Djokovic in the semi-finals. She said that if Sinner keeps up his level, he can beat anyone. This could be his year, she added with a smile. The confidence with which she said it made the moment even more meaningful, almost like a professional blessing. At the end of the interview, they said goodbye with the same warmth as they had begun. Sinner smiled again, grateful, while Schett bid him farewell with a gesture of admiration. The atmosphere between them remained friendly and respectful. It wasn't just an interview, it was the reflection of a professional bond with natural chemistry and complicity. That day, more than a tennis chat, it was a display of elegance, empathy, and authenticity. Sinner didn't just leave sporting headlines, he also left a human image that won everyone over. And Barbara Schett, with her professionalism and charisma, captured it perfectly. Sinner's response to criticism for skipping the Davis Cup, all I can say is. The player from San Candido explained his reasoning for the final stretch of the season after being criticized for deciding not to represent Italy in Bologna. Sinner is already in the quarterfinals of the ATP 5000 in Vienna. The Italian continues to play brilliantly after being crowned champion of the Six Kings Slam against Carlos Alcaraz and has confirmed his participation in the Paris Masters and the Nitto ATP finals to close the season. After Vienna, I'll play in Paris, yes. I still have 3 tournaments left before the end of the season, so it's time to give one last push, he explained at the tournament's press conference. However, the player from San Candido has drawn media attention for becoming the target of numerous criticisms after making public his decision not to take part in the Davis Cup finals in Bologna. For example, Nicola Pietrangeli, 2-time Roland Garros champion and legend of Italian tennis, criticized the world number two's lack of patriotism and called the decision a big slap in the face to Italian sport. All I can say is that I accept all criticism. I've already spoken at length about this subject, and I have nothing more to add, Sinner stated, closing the matter. After the Sinner case, the ISHA suspends another tennis player for doping. Facundo Bagnis, 35 years old and once ranked number 56 in the world, tested positive for hydrochlorothiazide, one of the substances banned by the TASP. The International Tennis Integrity Agency, ITIA, had already shown with Jannik Sinner this year that it would not go easy on any case. On Thursday, it announced the provisional suspension of Argentine player Facundo Bagnis for violating the Tennis Anti-Corruption Program, TACP, due to the use of a prohibited substance. Bagnis, 35, was suspended after voluntarily accepting a provisional suspension. The player, who reached a career-high ATP singles ranking of number 55 in November 2016, provided a sample during the qualifying tournament for the US Open on August 18, 2025. The sample contained hydrochlorothiazide, a substance banned under the TASP, belonging to the class of diuretic drugs, pills that cause the elimination of water through urine. During the suspension, the player is prohibited from playing, training, or attending any tennis event authorized or sanctioned by ISHA members, ATP, ITF, WTA, Tennis Australia, French Tennis Federation, Wimbledon, and USTA, or any national association. The time served under provisional suspension will be deducted from any future sanction, as reported by the ISHA. ATP announces a new Masters 1000 for 2028. The ATP announced on Thursday that Saudi Arabia will host a new Masters 1000, the 10th on the circuit, starting in 2028. This will be the first expansion in the number of Masters 1000 tournaments since the category was created in 1990. Although it's not yet official, it is expected to be played in January, before the Australian Open, the first Grand Slam of the season. The Saudi event will join the existing Masters 1000 tournaments in Indian Wells, Miami, Monte Carlo, Rome, Canada, Toronto and Montreal, Cincinnati, Shanghai, and Paris. The creation of this tournament was made possible through collaboration with Surge Sports Investment, one of the companies under Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, PIF. Following the success of the Six Kings Slam, the ATP announces the most anticipated tournament in Saudi Arabia. This is a proud moment for us and the result of a journey that has been developing for years, said ATP President Andrea Gaudenzi, concluding his statement by adding, Saudi Arabia has shown a sincere commitment to tennis, not only at the professional level but also by helping the sport grow at all levels. We believe fans and players alike will be delighted with what's coming. Alcaraz and Sinner to meet in South Korea before the Australian Open. According to South Korean outlet The Chosen Daily, the Spanish and Italian players will face off in the Hyundai Card Super Match, an exhibition, on January 10. Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner already have a new date set to face each other on court again. While the competition may bring them together at the Paris Masters or the Nitto ATP Finals, Alcaraz and Sinner will meet in an exhibition match in South Korea just before the Australian Open. According to The Chosen Daily, Alcaraz and Sinner will face each other in this exhibition called the Hyundai Card Super Match, which will take place on January 10 next year at the Inspire Arena in Incheon. Although there's no official confirmation yet from the organizers, both Alcaraz and Sinner posted on their social media accounts on Wednesday an image with their signatures and the Hyundai Card Super Match logo, with the same message, "See you in Korea." Even though it's just an exhibition, tennis fans already know they'll get a guaranteed first showdown between Sinner and Alcaraz in 2026, before a possible official clash at the Australian Open, the only Grand Slam where they've never met. Fabio Fognini defends Jannik Sinner after Davis Cup withdrawal. Fabio Fognini, who once reached world number 9 and has been one of Italy's top tennis figures in recent years, has defended Jannik Sinner following his decision not to attend the final 8 of the Davis Cup in Bologna. In an Instagram story, Fognini wrote, "As a player, I understand his decision to finish 2025 on a high note and prepare for 2026. Asked again about the topic on Instagram, the former world number 9 reiterated his support for Sinner's decision. "I think it's totally understandable. As a player, I understand his choice to end 2025 on a high note and get ready for the real goals he has for 2026, he said. Being a key figure, Sinner, in Italy's Davis Cup triumph over the last 2 years, Fognini extended his defense to Jannik. He's 24 years old, an age at which he'll surely have another 100 opportunities to make our beloved flag proud. The main figure in the story himself was very brief when asked about the controversy that had arisen. "I can only say that I accept all the criticism. "I've already said everything about this matter and I have nothing more to add," said Sinner, in comments to Sky Italia reported by Uba Tennis, surely appreciating the backing from his compatriot.